just gotta get right up in there.
Like what secret's running here? Would you care to agree, or do you sort of see something in Nigma's lineup that they don't?
Might just be the secret influence right there, but I love what they got again here. I usually am a huge anti-Skywrath person right now in the meta, but when you're playing versus a hero like Void, it actually fits super nicely. If you have a hero like CK2, I think these two are going to be the heroes that really punish Miracle, and they're going to be in that lane version. So I can see the reasonings as to why they can pick that one there. And yeah, it looks like it ticks all boxes. Nigma's, look, it's very greedy. I've been seeing them running this Magnus offlane a lot of times, especially with Miracle playing something like the Void. I feel like this is them just being like, well, we got our win condition. Let's hope we can make it to that point.
Let's see if they are able to do so. I mean, yeah, some of these lane setups. What we got down bottom, Miracle. Void supported by RM and Snapfire. We're going to be able to deal with the Yapzor Sky and the Zai CK. Wards.
30 seconds.
Nisha Storm Spirit going against the Weehard Tiny. Towards the top half of the map. Puppy on the support Pugna. Mind Control. Nigma, the offlane Agnes. GH's Classic Rubik. On the safe lane Spectre. So, I mean, some of these lanes, I mean, who's going to struggle the most here? Is there any sort of areas of the map that's going to be very hard for one of the teams to play?
I'm wondering about how bottom ends up being. I feel like this could be a lane where Nigma starts to really get pressure too much. CK and Skywrath, they are going to bring it to this Snapfire. They're going to bring it to this Void Spirit as well. I can see this one being the concern. The other one is maybe Nisha and mid, but I see the secret. They've already covered their bases. Both of their wards are going to be watching the movements, so they're trying to protect Nisha as much as possible because there's very high chances of rotations with tiny mid. Rubik can run in and definitely set up for some plays. Yeah, but I would say that bottom on the side of Nigma would be the one that suffers the most. I don't see Matsu suffering up here.
So for this tiny mid as well for Weehar, I imagine it's very important for him that he never falls behind this game, right? Because things could get potentially very difficult for core Tiny against these beefy cores such as the CK and the Spectre.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried for Weehar, really, this game. He has to play pretty perfect. The Storm Spirit's one of those heroes that can stay burstable for the most part of the game, but once you start getting your items built up, you hit your 15 talent, you're no longer burstable. You're just beyond this Tiny's actual threat. And also, same thing with like a CK and a Spectre, so I'm a bit curious to see why they did decide to put the Storm Spirit mid. I thought they were going to do the Snap mid like QO was talking about, because I really could just see Weehar falling completely useless after the first like 20 minutes. So he's got to get a lot done in those first 20.
See if he's able to stay on top of this mid matchup. The level starts coming. If Nisha does opt to take an early point in Vortex and try and threaten for kills on Wheat.
Yeah, definitely a possibility if he would like to go for that there. We see Puppy top. He gets the successful pull up. And yeah, I'm pretty sure top lane's going to be the boring one to watch. I think bottom's the fun one.
They're going to try for Yapzor. So slow him here with the time dilation, jump forward with the time warp. Yapzor able to step off to the side. Turn to get some hits back in onto Miracle.
That shows the skill build though. He actually has to go for time dilation in this lane rather than going for bash. So the pressure is being applied from the two of them here. And that's kind of what we figured would really happen, is this is the lane that you can tell that they're just going to be spamming spells onto Miracle, and we'll see what Armen's going to do to counteract it. As he's actually just getting gone on Zai, sees an opportunity.
Yeah, the straightening. He has got the stick charges, jumps over with the cookie towards Yapzor, turns with the blast. They'll get Yapzor first. In fact, Armen's able to walk away. Nice little body blocks there between the two of them, allows them to control the sky. Keep RMN safe. He's able to salve up, and Nigma against a tough lane down here find themselves the first blood.
Yeah, this is definitely the lane to watch for where I think all the action's going to be. I really don't think the other ones are going to be, unless someone really makes a misplay up in top or in the mid lane. I think this will just be the zone of the fun. This time dilation really kicking in too. Just a little bit of slow. The attack speed slow from the scatter blasts for them to get these kills. And they get the lane pull off. So levels will be there for RMN.
Important point for mid, of course, coming up in just under a minute. Both will have the bottles out. TU heads over to guard that 4-minute room for to these mid laners.
Yeah, Yapsor is definitely going to go toward bottom. RMN, he does have the mana to check it, but he's a little bit low on health. So we'll probably have GH. They'll probably...
Now, so Nisha will be able to heal up in 4-minute runes. She was able to hold it. Weehaw and GH up towards the top. And not going to get lucky, though. It is down. So Nisha winning in the RNG there. There's a fresh bottle out, fully refueled. And it is an arcane rune as well. Of course, one of the, arguably not the nicest rune for Nisha to find here in this early farming phase.
Yeah, we actually has to go back to base or just wait for the bounty. I think he just goes base, yeah. He actually would have had the pretty important point as Weehaw would have actually had the kill in mid if he got the toss on the Storm Spirit, but it tossed the range creep earlier. It's very close. As Nisha, he's going to push in forward here, and Weehaw is actually sticking around, waiting for his boots, and just going to wait for the bounty. We'll miss out on a lot of last hits here as Nisha.
Trade some damage in on this with the arcane. To punish Weehaw for sticking around, and may see if you can get over and take away Weehaw's bounty right here.
If he can do this, they have to send GH.
He doesn't want to go. He's a little too worried
Radiant's
about support
middle
back up
tower
probably on
is
that
under
high ground.
attack.
He doesn't want to risk the walk up there, and he doesn't want to walk straight into a tiny combo. So Weehaw will manage to guard and keep that final bounty for himself. Down bottom, Zai picking up the bounty rune before Miracle's able to grab it himself here. As they do turn with the blast side, pulls back RMN. Yapsor is going to get in with a bit more spam, but the stick charges keep RMN alive. Cookie there onto Miracle to stun Zai. The final burst from Yapsor flies through to take down RMN. Secret will get the kill. A try for Miracle too, but he has got the time walk available, so a jump over the trees will keep him safe.
This is the raindrop lane at its maximum. We're going to see the regen really be expended on bottom. On both sides, really. But yeah, we're seeing the spam slowing down Miracle quite significantly. Only 20 last hits. You see Spectre, you see Matu. He's not getting slowed down at all. The 30 last hits for himself. So lane slightly favoring Secret. And mid Nisha's really starting to come out ahead over Weehaw. We'll see what this next rune spawns. GH, he's going to stack a camp as well as check the top rune.
See if Nisha gets lucky again on the RNG. He does. This time, balancing everything. Weehaw will be able to claim the second power.
It's a big one. It's an invis if he wants to make a move.
Straight away.
Invis and TP bottom. I like this.
Oh, this is quick from Wei. Zai ready for this one. I don't think he is here, sticking around. Weeha's able to come out of the invis with the combo. Cookie forward, they've got the blaster. Excellent usage of that invis rune there. No hesitation from Weehaw as he immediately TPs down bottom to make that play.
And they give GH the mid lane too, so no XP wasted. At top, it's not like they could pressure the Spectre anyway, and Magnus is getting to those levels as well.
Look at this,
so
Weehaw.
Super nice moves.
Coming in with the fake back.
Radiant are scanning.
Wraps straight back around, hunting for Yapsor, and he's found him there. Huge moves here from the Tiny as we are starting this game off with a couple of quick kills on this bottom lane, making that first move, and couldn't have been done any better there with both members of Secret taken out and space made for Miracle.
No, absolutely perfect rotations. As we see, GH has a quad stack, by the way, up in that top that he just pinged out.
Oh!
So they're going to be ready to farm that one on the Magnus, as he has the 3 points in power. One for Weehaw if he would like to get an early blink dagger. That's really nice prep for him. Yeah, Nigma, definitely taking all the boxes. Just still some suffering inside of the laning phase overall here, but making nice moves to at least alleviate that pressure.
Still, of course, free farm continues for both Nisha and Matuma. Two heroes on track to be very, very farm this game, and it is going to be down to what sort of moves Nigma can make to slow the Storm and the Spectre down. And when it does come to the hunting, I mean, when's it all going to kick off, really? Is it just Weehaw and his Blink Dagger timing that's sort of the tool that's going to allow them to hunt down those cores?
Yeah, I mean, with the phase boots, I think you can also just look to do it. They have a lot of good ways to build the pressure. Secret section going first.
Instantly, straight away with a horn and the zip forward. They're going to take one, and now with Matu jumping over to GH, they're going to look for a second there, Secret. As Matu's chasing, GH stick charges, and he has got the backup of mind control and Iron Man. Yapso still heading forward, in fact, as there's the cookie in onto the Skyraf. Yapso stepping forward a little too aggressively there, as Nigma will be able to turn and take it down in response. They have found the quad stack.
They see the stack.
They want to take this away, and they're just about getting it all. This is huge for Secret if they can clean this all up. Matsu's still sticking around and try and finish off these big creeps. Fatebolt comes out, RP's there on the low ground, as they got the two of them into a very minuscule skewer. Mind control, can he finish off Puppy with We Are coming in with the Avalanche? He certainly can.
And they got, I'm pretty sure, almost all of those big creeps. RMN, he's secured them with the Scatter Blast. So they weren't able to get these huge kills during the RP, but they secured themselves their stack and prevented Secret from stealing it. As mid, Weehaw, fairly tanky, should be fine.
Not enough burst here from the two of them to make that play. Coming bottle refill, Nisha. To straight back to farming on that top lane, looking of course to get the blade mail done. The standard build that we have begun to see on Spectres, even though we didn't see it last series, but it seems like most of the top teams do tend to go this route, blade mail first, pretty much every time.
Yep, and he gets, of course, the Blessing. He gets the Iron Talon as well, so Spectre to the Ancients. Allows him to just, Spectre to farm literally Ancients at the fastest pace compared to like any hero besides Sven. Good old Dispersion and Blade Mail working on neutrals. Just feels really good for a Spectre. Zai pops Phantasm almost immediately when he hits 6. He was pressuring bottom, forcing Miracle a bit out of the lane. Now Miracle's looking to set up. Might be able to find Nisha here. Chrono and a Mask of Madness available.
Well, Chrono would do it if he's able to catch him in a way that Weeha's got the Avalanche to follow up. Here we go, but there's a zip straight away. Nisha, he dodges the Chrono. I mean, that's always a very hard Chrono to hit, and Nisha shows that as soon as he sees Miracle coming in, he's just out with the zip, and the Chrono is put to waste. That hurts.
That's gonna, I mean, Matu is probably just like, yes, as a Spectre now, Chrono's down.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough for them to make a play on him. They still can though. They have Snapfire. Grandma is level 6.
Sure.
Man, he's very strong right now. He definitely set up if they do have good control onto Matu, but I mean, wait for one of those ultis.
That sort of move as well. I mean, is that what's sort of the odds of that working out? Do you feel if you're just coming in and chronoing a storm in the mid? Would you say at this level most storms are going to be able to react quick enough?
No, I would think most of them would get caught.
They would get caught. Okay.
Get the zip, yeah.
All right, bottom lane. There we have, as you said, with the Snapfire ult, they find an opportunity. Weeha's in with the combo, and Mortimer's kisses rain down on Zai. Pushing the CK out of the lane.
RMN's getting very farmed. I mean, this is a 5-position snap that he's actually just gonna rush the mech. I mean, how greed's he gonna go? He's not going for the greed at all. He's going for the smart play with his team. Have it pretty early on. And now Void's just gonna jungle. At the meantime, he has an Iron Talon and he has Empower, so he'll be able to farm real quick, and a good distribution of wealth again for Nigma. But Secret's still coming out a little bit more ahead. As Blade Mail's up, RP is used up top.
Straight away, setups there from Mind Control into the cookie. We are heading over with the combo. Have they got enough burst to take in? They do. Smooth moves from Nigma. And getting the big kill that they are yet to take. Pushing Matu off the map.
Without even having the Grandma ult there, they can set up for that one. That's pretty huge there, Secret. Just a little bit too spread amongst the map here.
Bottom tower is under
able to protect their Spectre. Some big moves from Nigma.
Yeah, I mean, well, so far so good for the Weehaw Tiny, as you say. When you're running it mid against this lineup, you've got to kick it off from the start, and he certainly is. 12 minutes in, 4 kills on the Tiny.
He's doing like a perfect job actually so far. If he can keep this up, just little to no mistakes is the name of the game really for Weehaw.
Down on the top tier 1.
Radiant's
so
bottom
we bring
tower
things down
is
to
under
the bottom
attack.
tower.
Yeah, they have good ward coverage down here. Nigma does not really have much vision at all on the map at the moment. Just the one defensive ward at the moment, covering their Ancients. But now they have their Chrono available. They have their Snapfire ult as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll see Secret for the most part getting the initiation jumps. Whenever they have Haunt, Haunt to Storm, you'll always be able to pick and choose your targets until those Blink Daggers come out. And Nigma's going to have them at a very fast pace. Mind Control pretty much has his done on this offlane Magnus.
He does find that catch as saying Nigma's got just a
Dire's
huge
top
amount of
tower
follow-up
is under
to
attack.
those sort of blink RPs. Secret still just trying to take what they can away from Nigma's half of the map into the jungle,
Radiant
getting his
are
wards down.
scanning.
Very good control of this bottom half of the map, and they're going to try and sweep over onto the mid.
Dire's top tower
GH is
is
in a whole
under
lot of
attack.
trouble here. A Secret
Radiant's
is
bottom
hunting
tower
around the
is under
towers.
attack.
Nisha, in with the zip,
Touché.
pulling back GH. TPs are coming in. I mean, GH is still alive. In fact, he might just leave. Finally, he goes down. They do kill him, but not before Nigma's been able to turn up and maybe turn this around. They're trying to chase towards Zai. The kisses are coming out. Miracle has the chrono ready to go, and he's able to trap both Puppey and Zai. Turns with a quick kill onto Puppey, heads back over to Zai. Zai still trying to run, but Miracle and Mind Control chasing down deep behind the tower. Matsu came
Radiant's
in
middle
to finish
tower
off the
is under
kill.
attack.
Onto Weehar with the help of Nisha, and he's out with the TP. He'll make it away. In fact, Zai also actually able to walk out from it. Oh, they couldn't actually finish him off. So, all things considered, with that fight taking place behind the tower, Secret pretty
Invisibility.
much ends up coming out on top, right? They only lost Puppey, and big ults were used by Nigma. Secret able to get the rest of their cores out of there. There was, yes, Zai, I thought he was dead for sure, but they couldn't quite catch him. Two speed with the drums.
I thought he was dead too. How deep he was as well, but they distracted Weehaw the whole time. The Spectre and the Storm stuck on top of the Tiny the entirety of the fight, so Weehaw actually couldn't contribute too much into it. He was just collapsed on the whole time. Matu almost dies, but they get out. Yeah, a big win for Secret there. As now it's going to be Orchid finished for Storm Spirit, and that's going to really kick up the tempo. That's going to be a lot of those pressure plays here. This Void Miracle is going to be... It's going to be a lot harder game for him now for a long time until he gets the Manta finished up. They're going to hunt him a lot. And Weehaw doesn't have Blink either, so they're just going to be constantly hunting now. This duo here, Nisha as well as Yapsource. So pretty much anybody they find. Meanwhile, Puppey is he's forcing the wave into as a 5 position, forcing that mid tower a little bit.
At the moment,
Radiant's
Nigma very
middle
much
tower
in
is
position
under
to
attack.
prepare for it. All 5 of them around the triangle.
He's just trying to finish his level 12, so he has that better zip. Surprised he's not telling Yapso to move away
Radiant's
from the camp
bottom
just to get
tower
that
is
full
under
push.
attack.
He'll still be able to finish it after this next camp. But a full mech for RMN, 15 minutes. Woo! Does he even have the mana for everything? He doesn't have mana for his whole toolkit unless he has stick charges. He at least has the clarity, but definitely gonna need a little bit more mana.
Yeah, that's true. There's a snap. Got a nice bit of HP. You know, strength stats are good. You're tanky, but
They just sought him. They have this deep ward bottom, RMN.
I mean, did you just die for
thinking
this?
about it. Did they have haunt soon? Or are they waiting
Radiant's
for it? Or
bottom
diving?
tower is under attack.
Actually, not able to find him there under the trees. The render vision not quite reaching. As if it did, they don't seem to want to go.
Chrono's going to be back up in 8 seconds too, so the window of that going for that kill is definitely going to be going away for a second here.
Miracle is getting the space to finish off that Manta.
Yeah. And Weehaw's got the blink finished up too. So
Radiant's bottom tower is under
all good
attack.
here. So Puppey.
They're going to look for the combo. Onto the Pugna. Puppey. He's having to get himself to grab. Put out the skewer. Mind control means there's no running for the Pugna.
And a stolen bath for GH. Yeah, the blink jumps are going to be pretty big. And going for another one.
We are.
Dire's middle tower
Very
is under
quick to make
attack.
plays with the blink daggers. Yeah,
Dire's
secret about that. Have to be
structures
careful. I mean,
are fortified.
especially their 2
Radiant
supports, right? There is
structures are
definite
fortified.
targets here for Weehar right now that he will 100 to 0 with the blink combo.
Yeah, they don't have any type of... The two of
Dire's
these two
middle
don't have
tower
control
has
between
fallen.
them. They have a silence that comes out from the Skywrath. That's really it. All the control is going to be coming up from CK, from Storm Spirit to protect
Solid
versus
stuff.
this Weehaw's Tiny.
Weehar is team to hunt. Keep trying to find the pickoffs on these supports. Designers, Weehar alone can't take down.
Radiant's
The way that
bottom
they're
tower
building on
is
the
under
support team.
attack.
Puppey buys a belt of strength. It's anything to try to survive the burst, and we'll probably see that coming out from the 2 of them.
Also knowing Puppey probably preparing for the inevitable Dagon purchase.
Dagon, yeah, I think so too. That's
He's
what
like,
I was
I'll upgrade this later. He always ends up with a Dagon in his inventory, Puppey.
thinking. Yeah, somehow. It does end up being very farmed. Very close game here. 10-4. Nigma making all the right aggressive moves here, but somehow Secret just getting more out of the map and farming. This Storm Spirit, while Weeha's looking for fight, while Weeha's looking for kills, Nisha's just looking for farm.
Bottom. Make a jump in onto Iron Man. Iron Man's gone before Mind Control can react. Tries to get him with the RP, but holds back off it. 9 minutes at the moment. Now Weeha's in. Now there's definite chance for the jump. He's going to look for the jump on Sky. He'll get it. The Haunt's going to come out. Matthew want to commit for this though, past the tower. No, he's actually just looking over towards GH instead. But GH buys some space with the Glimmer. The Glimmer comes to an end. Matthew's diving in.
Middle tower
We'll finish it off there.
Attack.
Getting the kill over to the side. Weeha jumps over. The Chrono is down to both Puppy and Matthew. Puppy falls. On the side though, Zion Nisha, they're controlling Mind Control. Mind Control goes down. And again, Chrono utilized, but only getting Puppy. It's just the support style.
Radiant's middle tower has
Maybe if
fallen.
they can find Zai. Kisses are coming in. Zai's spinning out there with the drums, and the Kisses just don't quite have the range. Zai's able to walk out of this. Weeha's got Blink in a few seconds if he wants to try and go in on this, but Zai just too speedy. Runs all the way back down mid. They don't get him. I mean, it is getting to the stage where Nigma, they could deal with the supports, but the cores aren't quite dying.
No, they are not, and it's like you said, another Chrono used just to kill a 5 position. Puppy going down and then immediately, like Secret's gonna play super active right now. No Grandma ult, no Chrono. I gotta stop saying Grandma. I'm gonna say Mortimer Kisses. I gotta get used to saying it. I always just say Grandma. I don't know why.
It's a nice name, you know. Yeah, right?
It triggers me when I hear myself do it too, though, for some reason. They're setting up down bottom. Our man.
Does he want to dive this? He's still eyeing things out with the smoke. And the Iron Man heads up here. There's a remnant spotting him out. Nisha.
And he's spotted.
He's got a quick grab here. Straight in he goes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What have we here?
Pressure is being applied. The Manta now coming out from Matumba Man. And yeah, Secret just, they're knowing how to take advantage of these timings. Look at Puppy refilling the mana of Matumba Man down here too. They're setting up
They're
here.
going to try and see if they can burst Matsu. It's very hard though with the blade mount. Drag him back. And a safety ball from here. Puppy trying to offer that help that Matsu needs. Over the 4 of them in the basket. There might not be an escape for Matsu. There isn't. He goes down and now with a wraparound. Mind Control's got the jump onto Puppy. RP locks down the Pugna. Nigma will punish Secret for pushing in aggressively. And now with the stolen, GH tries to close the gap onto Nisha. But Nisha's still with mana to play. He's out back to safety. But finally, a big kill to be found there by Nigma. Shutting down Matsu as just pushing a little too confident onto that tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, just, I guess feeling that Puppy would be able to save him down there, but they all started backing away. The Storm Spirit Nisha started moving, and Nigma, they capitalized quickly. No hesitation, as now they're smoking. They can get out of it. Chrono's back up to about 10.
Make a Roche. They've got the Mask of Madness on the Void, but I guess, yeah.
Just Storm's back there.
Yeah, you want to get something first with this Chrono. Zai definitely could be a candidate for this. The Pawn's going to come out, scouting the situation and also allowing Matsu to try and chase down Mind Control, but Mind Control is able to get away with the skewer. Matsu quite able to chase him out. So now Haunt's down, Chrono's up.
He's running at him.
Miracle, he might want to drop it just for this. Poster man to Chrono's down, he's been able to catch the 2 of them. In fact, Nisha, he zipped in as well. He zipped into the Chrono. Nisha goes down. They do get a stun on the Miracle. Miracle fully low, is he able to live? Yes, he is. He's able to jump to the side. The mech from Iron Man, buying him time to time walk out. As, I mean, he couldn't have done that any better there, Miracle. Chronoing the 2 of them. Nisha zipping in. I mean, that zip, I guess he either didn't expect Chrono to be back up or Miracle not to drop it at all, but it was there. And it only just gives them the dream scenario. Nigma's just gone and killed every single core of Secret.
Dire's middle tower is
All
under
3 cores
attack.
down and Roche is available. This is now a free Roche for them. That is...
I mean
insane
those
how
sort
that all
of
kicks
kills.
off.
So that's massive for Nigma. Look at the gold on Miracle. He's got 3k gold before he's even taken this Roach down. He is going to be able to be well on his way towards that silver edge that it looks like he is going to try and rush after the Manta to have that break opportunity. I mean, against all 3 of the cores, it does mess with them.
You couldn't ask for better
Radiant
situations from Nigma. You couldn't ask for
That
mistakes
has
from
fallen
Seeker.
to the ring.
Rare mistakes.
The whole thing that kicks it off was Matu haunting to try to get a kill onto a Magnus, and then he's caught in the enemy jungle, and then Nisha zips into a Chrono too. Just things being handed to Nigma a little bit there, but Secret making some very rare mistakes.
This Void's going to be a big problem now. Yeah, look at the goal on Miracle, as I say, just overall net worth. He's jumping ahead nearly 3K above that of Matthew Spectre. And on the Void, this Chrono, it's at this point, it's getting close to a stage where he Chronos a core, they will have damage to kill them. That's not going to be a question, particularly when the break's online. And even before then, as long as RMN's around with the kisses, they'll get the job done.
Dyer's
Every team fight Miracle's able to find the Chrono.
Yeah. And look at Puppy. Puppy may have just TP'd into his death.
I think he certainly has. Wyvern's in with a couple of slaps and Puppy's gone.
Dyer's structures
Nigma take another towards taking this tier 2 tower. 18 to 8.
Radiant's
2K up against Team Secret right now, Nigma.
Yeah, this is huge. I mean, they're going to have a pretty... Miracle now has this blanket coverage to be able to finish up his item, like finish up that Silver Edge, which if he does Chrono Matu, they've already been able to kill him without
Dyer's top tower.
it. This is something that proved to be
tower
problematic for Secret is they just don't have these type of big team fight things kicking together. They have to try to catch these back heroes before these ults go off. But
Nisha, let's see. Zipping in, there's 11 minutes digging the sounds from the mind control. We are already in with the combo onto Yapso. Yapso's gone. Nothing that Nisha can do to get involved here. He's got to run away.
they've got Secret completely on the back foot right now.
Yeah.
All having to play super defensive. Zai's actually just hiding off in the tree line there. Nisha's having to just jungle, but look, this ward coverage here. Nigma, they've got wards up top and they've got their ults back up. Chrono is at the ready. You see Puppy.
Zen, combo's out. Puppy still able to live. Get the life drink. It's you to break it though. Zip over with Nisha. Silence down on the mind control. Pull back onto Wyvern. Vortex control sets up for the kill onto the Tiny. Now Secret turn over towards mind controls. Mind control. He's going to be left behind here. Secret get themselves to double for Nisha. So able to punish Nigma for a couple of them staying deep in Secret's jungle whilst they didn't have the full team around. Miracle meanwhile was down bottom. Does have that completed Silver Edge on its way out. But over on Secret we also see big items being completed. Zai, he's got that axe complete already. Nice and early here, 25 minutes.
Oh wow, that's pretty huge. He can protect people inside a Chronosphere if I'm not mistaken, right? You pop the thing and it dispels them and also pops an illusion inside the Chrono. So there's some situations where it could save somebody.
Sure, it would buy sort of a little, a few milliseconds of confusion that maybe stops a hit or two getting in straight away.
Yeah, it's definitely, these type of things can't be written off. You can definitely protect people. These dispels also, it removes time dilation from everybody on the team is one important one too. So if they do get hit by that time dilation that I've seen Miracle hit like perfectly in a lot of these fights, that could be pretty huge.
Yeah, of course on top of all those cute little features of the use of it, just the fact that you've got to carry Spectre, right? Probably one of the best cores to have that you could make an illusion of.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it should be pretty damn strong for them. As we see Puppy top, refilling Nisha's mana pool so he can stay fighting. And we have about a minute and a half left on this Aegis.
They're going to try and sit on the mind control. See if they've got the burst to take him out. He's pretty tanky as the Magnus. He's still alive, finally pops. And just enough. Fireman and Miracle coming in, Miracle. Seizing. So he can find an opportunity to catch someone who's going to jump for Zai. Zai. Chaos Bolt. We are in with the combo. And the kisses are coming out. Zai's trying to run. Miracle's on with the chase. Zai. Full bashes are there. Kill is found. Miracle's still ready to chase on for more. He's still got the Manta, Aegis, and Chrono. See who he can catch. He's running in for Yabzor. Actually heading up towards the lane instead. Looks like he just wants to, well, ideally wants to find the cause, but as it is, Nisha's over towards the mid. Matu's still down on the bottom half of the map. Maybe Miracle can still find the opportunity here.
They have a ward.
But now wards are out. They see him and they're playing very safely in the Secret. Avoid and quick jump on the Tiny, maybe even more. It's Matu. He's able to jump with the horn over to RMN as well. RMN into the pit and out of vision. Matu doesn't want to try and chase any further. Miracle, he's eyeing up Niche towards the mid. He could drop the Chrono and try and go for this. It would be on his own. Has he got enough damage? He's going to pop the Manta. Decrepifies out, disarming the Void. And with that, there is not the damage to kill off the Storm. Nietzsche's going to be fine. Chronosphere down the drain.
I didn't know what Puppy was. I can't believe he made that play yet. And Puppy has a Blink Dagger, so he can always get into range to be able to save out his teammates. That's a huge Chronosphere cooldown. 140 seconds. Aegis gets reclaimed. Secret, they're going to look to punch back hard here. He did use their haunt, but they're definitely ready to fight even without that. Puppy. Probably gonna smoke, yeah. I think they can just smoke. There's a lot of wards up in the area though for Nigma.
And it does feel that this point of the game is really the stage where Nigma can't really allow any more slip-ups to happen. Because I feel like we've seen other teams get Secret in this position before. Big zip, but not going to fully commit. Sorry, man. He's able to get out.
50 HP, the Orchid Burn almost killed him. And yeah, I 100% agree with you because it's in this game too. Sure, it's like it's Secret. We always talk about the Secret thing, but Secret picked himself a tricore that scales. Void is really the only true big scaling carry on the side of Nigma at all.
Dire's
sure, they've got the big ultis that can come in, but tiny. This is what we said.
Radiant's
Weeha's really going to
tower
start to
is
fall
under
off. He's
attack.
done his damage. He's done a fantastic job in this game, 12, 4, and 6, but this is when it starts to get real hard. All your weight is really on Miracle to land these huge chronos.
And I guess so the
Dire's bottom
itemization for
tower
scaling
is
doesn't
under
matter too
attack.
much for Miracle because he does have the Empower. But it does feel like, right, because he went for the Manta into the Silver Edge, you know, he's getting that to kill. You know, this isn't an item that's sort of gearing him up to try and take it late.
No, he will definitely be... He will be a bit weaker. Sure, he'll have that damage from the Empower, but you can tell that you can feel the Storm, the Spectre, like these two heroes, they're going to scale harder than Miracle at this current point. At least the Spectre. Storm, maybe not so much. A little different of a hero.
Nigma keeping the pressure maintained on Secret's half. But that gold lead that they've had certainly seeming to hit a bit of a stop now, that 3k advantage.
Radiant's middle tower
See
is
if
under attack.
Nigma can just sort of make
Dire's
one more move
bottom
to
tower
really
is
break
under
the game
attack.
up and even further for themselves there. As ults all up in 15
Radiant's top
seconds.
tower is under attack.
They'll have the Chronosphere good to go, but of course not before
Radiant
everything's ready from
structures
Secret
are
2.
fortified.
Matu more than ready with a Horn to come in.
And those initiations are going to be tough. You know, Haunt comes out, that's like we always talk about. Like the Storm Spectre, it's picked very often as this duo together because
Radiant's
you
top
always win the
tower has
initiation
fallen.
jump. You get full vision of the backline,
Dire's bottom
which
tower
allows you to
is
pick
under
and choose how you want to
attack.
take the fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So for mind control, we know that it's always going to just continue to get harder and
Eyes
harder.
without a face
That's
and
all
see.
Miracle.
Miracle.
He's actually under a ward for a second there.
Got to be a little careful playing around it. There's quite a bit of vision set up by Secret. So Secret, they're actually going to be the ones to play cautious, knowing that the Void is out on the hunt.
I think they know that they scale harder, right? Like if you pulled out, of course they do because it's Secret. but
Dire's
you guys have
middle
some
tower
great
is
game
under
understanding.
attack.
But if they can get to a point of these three heroes just hitting creeps and farming, eventually it's just going to be that Void, the one that they really have to worry
Dire's
about.
middle tower is under attack.
So this is really Nigma's big time to make stuff happen.
Ship. Do their best to just vacate this area. Yeah, Zai's out with the TP. Weehar's moving in. Nisha also likely to TP out here. Okay, he's going to stick around for one more wave. But ooh, okay, just being flashy. Big zip and a TP out.
That's like one of those zips that you can also just pop smokes.
Yeah.
It's like the Embers and the Storm Spirits always have that fun play to be able to break smokes for free.
Wasn't too far off the movements of
Yeah.
creeping around there into the jungle of Secret. Starting to get the push on, but Secret's still able to hold this in sort of the way that they would want for the
Dire
mid, bottom
are
lane.
scanning.
Matu able to push this wave out. He's 1200 off the Skadi. The next big item
Dire's
is
middle
in for
tower
Miracle
is under
now.
attack.
Satanic done. So without a doubt, incredibly tanky. This Void, more than likely to be able to jump around these team fights, even if he does get caught out by a stun.
Zai's looking to try to find this
Dire's
backline,
middle
looking
tower
for this
is under
Rubik,
attack.
looking for the Snapfire. Get up on H, and the jump in the front on Weeha.
Yeah, Weehar's been caught on the front lines of it all. He's able to put the BKB. Phantasm does come out here for the side of Secret, and now they'll start to push him back. Weehar's going to go for the TP out with the remainder of his BKB, and he'll make it away. As soon as he wasn't able to find the jump, Nigma making the decision to disengage whilst his BKB's unavailable. Actually saying that, maybe the rest of Nigma could get back in. They've got a smoke up. Miracle, not going to be able to find anything though. Secret just continuing to play it very safe, held behind this tier 2 tower, and not really leaving any opportunities for Nigma to find anything with the Chrono for quite some time.
They're trying to get their time to finish up these two items. Nisha almost has BKB. Matu almost has his Skadi finished up. Weeha, that's the perfect call that he did with the BKB TP. Because if he didn't do that, Secret was committing. They were going to pop Haunt and go full in onto them. And now the wraparound, Nigma might be able to get some positioning. They have vision of the whole backline.
Oh, already on the mid, Matsu. He's starting to poke. We are, but mind control's in. He's got the RP onto the two of them, drags them back into the reach of Miracle. And Miracle steps across, break it in onto the Spectre. Matsu trying to get away. Miracle drops the chrono. He's knocked down the Spectre. Matsu will fall. There'll be a buyback from Zai. Zai, in the midst of this all, his arm is just getting cleaned down. And Zai, that's a dieback. As Miracle picks up the triple, turns over towards Nisha. Nisha's trying to finish off Mind Control. Will get him. Mind Control buys back, but they just can't kill Miracle. Miracle's just too tanky right now. The torso kills off the storm. There's going to be another buyback coming out. It's an ultra kill for Miracle. They've got everything into this fight. They've got to kill this void. They will be able to do so. The sentry's down. Nisha closes the gap. Mind Control up to the side. He's also facing difficulties as Nisha, still with mana to play with, closes in upon him. Puppy's around as well to offer up that extra bit of burst with the Decrepify. The Secret will clean up the fight. It was a big investment from Secret though, going in with 4 buybacks to come out on top of the team fight. Will pay off though. They're able to kill off the big cause of Nigma. Now they're going for Roche. Buybacks.
Did he buy back mid-toss and landed in the middle of the fight?
I think he did, because he was instantly in there. I saw that he brought back, but I also saw that he was still full HP in the fight, so I think he must have.
Yeah, I think
Radiant's
he did.
courier has been
these
killed.
buybacks can pay off if they can get the Roche, but Nigma, they've all bought back themselves to counteract it. And
yeah, Nigma know that they can't let Secret take this.
Yeah, they have to back away. Their support's not good on mana right now at the moment.
And I mean, it's still...
They have to try to stop this.
And even with dying there, you know, Miracle, he just picked up so much before he did go down. You know, level 24 on the Void.
Matsu did too. That's the thing, on the buyback, he got a crazy amount too. He's up to 23, almost 24 too, and he's getting the Roche.
He is. They've got to make a jump soon.
The Phantasm.
Use the Phantasm, get those illusions out to scout things into the spaces there for Matsu to finish off Roche, get the Aegis and the cheese.
And that's the buyback that Nigma used too. The Miracle Void, he used it.
And we are too. So big buybacks being spent by both sides, but at the end of it all, Secret is the team that's coming out with the Aegis and the cheese. So Nigma definitely in the scarier position now. If Miracle or Weehaw goes down, Secret's going to have a huge window to start just running down mid.
Yeah, now Matsu's also a lot tankier as he doesn't have the Scotty finished up too after that whole dieback or buyback after the last fight when he did die. Yeah, I was so confused in the last fight. I was like trying to keep track of stuff, and Zai just like appears in the middle of the fight while they're all fast. Like, what's happening?
Now we've seen sort of sometimes that that interaction not being beneficial for the hero that was getting tossed, but if that was indeed the case there, I mean, it certainly worked out for Zai staying in the fight. That was exactly what he wanted.
He was totally lost. He appeared in the fight and then started being to the tier 2 mid, and then he was like, wait, I'm in the fight.
It kind of, I mean, I guess he did die the second time, but him sort of being there, I feel like it made the rest of Secret rally around him and go, all right, we've got to fight. Zai's brought back and he's in on the front lines.
It really did. It was so confusing. Like, I saw him keep being to tier 2, and he's like, wait, what? My Phantasm illusions are here. He's always making things very confusing. And Secret, though, like we said, they come out pretty big items here. Even a third, actually, a blink on the CK too. So BKB on Nisha.
And it really is, yeah. This next 5 minutes it's going to be very tense for the teams. It's both teams 4 heroes each without buyback for just under 5 minutes.
Secret with Aegis cheese though, they're going to push this real hard
Dire's
here.
top tower
A big
is
hit
under
on
attack.
any of the cores could just end the game, despite as close as it is right now in numbers. 26 and 17, less than 1k difference.
Yep.
Nigma definitely having to be the more careful right now.
The Hunt's going to come out for vision.
He's going to scout things. Straight away, Matsu's going to move in onto RMN. Weehaw comes in with the combo. Nisha over to the side to control mind control. Lift up there from GH as he has the setup onto Nisha. Allowing Miracle to come in with the chrono. They're trying to focus him down. The light train attempted to keep him alive, but they won't do so. They've killed off the storm. Nisha's dead for 2 minutes. Matsu trying to turn towards Weehaw, but the BKB's out. Mind control RPing Matsu to hold him in position. Miracle's trying to chase down Zai. He'll turn his attention to running now as they've lost 3 on Nigma. Miracle's out with the Silver Edge. He'll get away with the invis. Do get the storm. They lose 3 heroes themselves there. So despite the storm being dead for 2 minutes, the fact they're low on numbers, I mean, that it's unlikely that Nigma's actually able to do anything with this 2-minute death timer on Nisha.
Good that they kill him. He was actually about to get saved there. It looked like Puppy was about to get the decrep and life drain to help him out. And then he had a regen, so good thing that they were actually able to burst him. But yeah, it cost them a lot, and we see Matsu clean up fully. Just such easier forms of initiation every time. The haunt is popped, and then Nisha just jumps, sticks onto the Magnus the whole fight. It just makes everything really chaotic for Nigma.
Of course, that extra feature as well. We do see that. At least I saw that as a spectator. You know, whenever Zai does pop that ult, you do get a little bit of a drop in the frames. So it could be used tactically. It affects the players.
It's definitely true.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There used to be the strat, wasn't there, of, well, not a strat, but I think teams have said, you know, when you're playing, what was it, Terrorblade against PL, and you drop down the reflection. It used to make things sort of briefly stop in time.
Yeah, I love games that there was like a PL, a Terrorblade, and a Monkey King, and a Wukong's King.
Oh, yeah, that was the
and the game would just break. I'm just like, all right, well, I have no idea what's going on in the fight, but someone's winning.
It doesn't happen as much nowadays.
Yeah.
These newer things, like the Ags on CK, now that's a newer thing.
They fixed the flaming illusions, though, right? The buggy flaming illusions, or does that still happens a little bit, I feel.
Oh, yeah, CK used to have that a lot, didn't he? I've not seen it in a while, though.
Okay, tier 4 items. What do we got picked up? Swell Prism for Team Nigma, Timeless Relic for Team Secret. As well as a Leveler.
On the Sky as well, yeah, he's going to be dealing some big damage and some long old silence and slows.
Yeah, they at least have like the Manta and stuff like that to deal with the silence and the big target onto Miracle, so he doesn't have to worry about like an 8-second silence plus. I mean, Miracle's holding the Spell Prism, and they have Chrono.
Yeah. And for Miracle, who is sort of the prime target to cry? I guess the dream is Puppy +1, right? Puppy plus a core. Miracle. It's going to start things on Zai. Zai popping the ult. We are able to look towards him. Miracle chases him down. That's going to be Zygon. Matu comes out with a horde. Breaks it from Nisha as he looks towards the backlines. Matu's in the BKB of the blade belt onto Mind Control. Mind Control not going to get the chance to pop an RP. Nisha with the BKB able to play his way away from Miracle, but Miracle's chasing the corners of the mark. Nisha's able to dodge it yet again as Miracle finds nothing. He's still trying to move forward and fight as he gets the dilation onto Yap, so will bash him down. Miracle still strong despite not having the chrono. To Anisha though, they're turning over towards him. Miracle jumps to the side. Matu wants to chase, but the Manta's out. Miracle turns over towards Matu. The lift up onto Nisha. Nisha still with mana to play with as he's off to the side. The bashes are out. Matu being focused by Miracle as Wyvern joins forces, comes in with the combo. The tosses are there as they've locked down Matu. He's dead for 2 minutes. We're still at a point of the game where the buybacks aren't quite back up, and even if they were, Nisha, Zai, and Matu do not have the money for it. So this is legitimately going to be 2 minutes without the Spectre. A big window for Nigma to try and push in and maybe get some damage done to further buildings as Secret.
I can't believe GH survives during this whole fight, too. They're trying so hard to stick onto these 2 supports as well as the Magnus, but he actually stole Haunt, and he was jumping around from his illusions, so they couldn't stick on him. And then he survived, so he has the control provided for Miracle's build to work out so well, because he's just standing his ground, punching targets, and then he has the little troll to do so.
Yeah, no, they really struggle to kill this Void. Yeah. Incredibly tanky build.
And they start the fight man down. Zai died before pretty much anything gets to kick off.
Yeah, they're not having too much trouble taking down Zai. So with the Empower, Miracle getting the bashes in, he goes down and it's only about to get easier. As Miracle, he's got a full Ags done.
Baby.
So jumping in with the Time Walk, these illusions are going to get ripped apart very quickly. The Time Walk and the Empower, you know, it's a pseudo Ags Time Walk with a Battle Fury. The damage is going to be done, and it just does so much damage if you're able to get into these sort of clusters of heroes, which there have been in every single one of these fights.
Yeah, now finds himself an Arcane Rune too, so 2.4-second cooldown on Time Walk.
One to the side, we are. He's getting low, but they're able to save him. Miracle jumps in. He's got Chrono back up in 10 seconds. If he can find a time to use this, he's straight over. It's just jumping in. There's no escape for Yapsor.
He might catch more.
He's not even done.
Okay,
does he want to jump into the base? You know he wanted to, but he won't do
Dyer's
so.
middle tower has fallen.
And that was also, you know, touching back to the last fight just a little bit more, that was without an RP and with a Chrono hitting nobody. That Nigma did have kickoff, so definitely showing a lot of potential. They are able to land those.
Cool. Solid control of this game, 12, 1, and 9.
And then, yeah, I'm very surprised that they're not actually falling off either. I was expecting Wyvern to start having a little bit more rough time, but he's doing a great job. He has his items finished up too. So these Chronos, now he has an Aghanim's to tree volley into with this build. It's actually going to start dealing its own damage too. And he's super tanky, 4,200 HP.
No, I mean, it definitely does look like this. Absolutely could be the game where we see Secret being taken out.
Scanning.
In a match of Dota 2, as Nigma got all the tools. Held in a very good place. They're going to go for the Roche. Now, for the superstitious of the Nigma fans out there, don't look at the score at the top. There may be a sign. We'll see.
This is going to be the big decider. See who gets the wraparound, who gets the spell casts. Skywrath respawning, Yap start TPing in. Going for what looks like one of the most massive wraparounds I think I've ever seen. Circle is drawn. Look at the angle that they're drawing here. RMX like no. Alright, he's not smoked though. They see him.
So a solid chrono from Miracle will just end the fight as soon as it starts. Who's he going to be able to find? He's in. There he goes straight away. They're on to Nisha. Nisha, is there going to be any help for him coming across? There is not, as Nisha's out. Miracle's also able to jump to the side, take down Puppy. Got the combo to Matthew. Matthew having to jump away with the horn. He's onto the high ground, actually daggering in onto RMM, but Miracle's turning towards him. Zai over to the side, turns the stun, onto the Snapfire. They'll zip forward Nisha, looking for Wyvern, but Miracle, he's just pushing back both Puppy and Yapso. Yapso's able to get out with the blink. But they've used 2 buybacks for this Secret. Over to the side, Miracle's able to have Patch coming in. They've got the RP now. They take out Zai buys back. Matthew's got the BKB, but the bashes from Miracle and too much to deal with. As that's him out of the game for 100 seconds. No buyback on Matuma Man. Miracle just continuing to jump forward, cleaning them up. Nisha, he's got the ball lining. He's got to use it. He's getting bashed. Nisha's still hanging around, trying to turn towards Miracle, but another jump. Miracle's over the Puppy. Triple kill for him. Skewer control onto Nisha, but Nisha still with mana to jump out to the high ground. Buybacks coming out from Nigma. The Secret themselves, they've used 4 buybacks this fight. Nisha, he's so low. They're hunting him, but they won't quite find him straight away. They do now recognize his position. There's already RMN, he's there waiting on the side. They're hunting, and now find him. In they go. Another kill for Miracle's Eye. He's tried to come across, turns with the stun on a Miracle, but now he's got to run. Miracle's just in again with his time, but they cannot kill this Void. He's too tanky right now, just closing the gaps with these consistent time walks all over the place. He's 18, 1 and 11. That's 4 dead on Secret, 4 diebacks, I think, effectively. They're not able to get back into the game. 12k up, 40 to 25. Nigma might just be able to end this.
I think they might be able. Dude, watching this might be the most broken thing I've ever seen. I'll be honest with you. Spell Prism on the Void with this.
Is under attack.
3-second cooldown on this time walk. With the empower and everything, they can't stick on him. They can't kill him, and he's just zoning away 4 heroes.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And they're just looking to close it.
Dire's middle tower.
They know the Secret can't come back into this one. They'll have Matthew back in 15. They're doing it here, Nigma. It's just Matsu and Yapso unlikely to be able to push this one back.
Tower is under attack.
Nigma clean the tier 4s onto the Ancient. They go.
Dire are
as they've done it here in this game 1. They have done it. GG's Arcor Miracle with a celebratory chrono onto his teammates. As they've done what's seemingly been the impossible in Dota 2 for quite a while. They've taken down Secret in a game of Dota 2. And
Your soul is mine.